Shalom. What a scene. Rarely do so many Jews gather in one place as slichot at the kotel. As Daniela looked around, she simply couldn't believe how many people were with her praying for forgiveness before the Jewish New Year. Gathered with her in the Kotel Plaza were a tapestry of Jewish people, Ashkenazim, Sephardim, Yemenites, Ethiopians, and Persians. Daniela recalled studying this week's Sedra, and the description of the scene of the once-in-7 years gathering called Hakel. She remembered reading that Moshe commanded the Jewish people at the end of every 7 years during Sukkot, when all the Jewish people came to appear before the Lord at the Temple Mount, "You shall read this Torah before all the Jewish people. Gather all the people, the men, the women, and the children, in order that they hear, in order that they learn and have awe of God, and that they will observe to do all the words of this Torah. And their children will hear and learn to fear God in the days that you live on this land to which you are crossing the Jordan to possess it." Danielle imagined that the scene in front of her rivaled that of Hakel. She remembered Maimonides' majestic description of this awe-inspiring gathering. Trumpets are sounded throughout Jerusalem to gather the people. A large wooden platform is brought and set up in the center of the women's courtyard. The king ascends and sits on it so that they will be able to hear his reading. All the Jewish people who made the festive pilgrimage gather around him. The attendant of the synagogue would take the Torah scroll and give it to the head of the synagogue. He would give it to the skan, who would give it to the high priest, who would give it to the king. The transfer involved many people as an expression of respect. The king would then read the Torah for everyone. She recalled her teacher focusing on a debate between Rashi and Maimonides about the children that were brought to Hakel. Clearly, her teacher asked, the children couldn't understand the words that the king were reading. Why bring them in the first place? Rashi asked the same question, why do the children have to come to Hakel? And he answered, so that a reward would be given to those who bring them. Maimonides didn't agree with Rashi that the children were brought to give reward to her parents. Rather, he wrote, those who do not understand are obligated to concentrate their attention and direct their hearing, listening with reverence and awe, rejoicing while trembling as on the day the Torah was given at Sinai. Even great sages who know the entire Torah are obligated to listen with exceedingly great concentration. One who is unable to hear should focus his attention on the reading, for it was established solely to strengthen the truth faith. He should see himself as if he were just now commanded regarding the Torah and heard it from the Almighty, for the king is an agent to make known the word of God. Like last week's message of approaching the Torah as new every day, so too, according to Maimonides, Hakel inspires one to view the Torah as new every day. Daniela realized that bringing one's children to the Beit HaMikdash, according to Rashi, was in order to reward parents for setting the children on the Torah's paths, and according to Maimonides, was to inspire Jews to think of the Torah as new every day. According to both, though, bringing children to Hakel is a method of keeping up and passing our wonderful Masorah, our wonderful tradition, to the next generation. Shabbat Shalom.